There you go. So, hi guys. Hope everything works well. You're able to see me. So, I'm just checking the settings. Make sure the video live works well. Because apparently the bitrate is a bit low, and I see everything with latency. If you can hear me properly, tell me in the chat. So today what we're gonna craft is a Viking ship. I've actually started doing one a while back, about a month and a half ago. I couldn't find the time to work on it further. So I'm gonna show you how I did that. It's pretty easy, since I'm gonna do two other ones, small boats, that are gonna be more approach from this size, sorry. So I'm gonna do a small one, and I'm gonna do a small boat also, to be able to use in tabletop with miniatures, and they're gonna come in handy in the game I'm currently playing, currently hosting for my players, since it's set in Viking Age. Hi Stefan. So there you go. So I looked after some image reference, and basically it's gonna look like this. So I'm using thin cardboard underneath. We're gonna use these aren't popsicle sticks, they are coffee stirrers, and preferably the ones with a nice texture, and kebab skewers, just to make the junctions. This is gonna be the start of the build. Now first, when I did, I used also the coffee stirrers to make the sides, and I used water and also PVA glue to give a bend to these, because my idea was doing the wood panels directly into wood. It wasn't a bad idea per se, it kind of works, but it's a lot of work, and you can achieve just as good as a result with just cardboard. So the idea is to do sides like this, you know, higher on the front and lower on the side, as you can see in Viking ships. The front of the ship stands out more above the water than the side, which is pretty low. So we're going to try to achieve this, but we're actually going to use the same cardboard. It's going to be very easy to do this this way. Hopefully it should advance pretty fast. I'm unsure as how long I took to do this. I think it wasn't necessarily very long, because I like to go up to the second stage with the next boats. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Tell me if the video is good. I mean, quality wise, and you know, the sound, if everything is pretty synchro, pretty synced. So I'm gonna use this kind of cardboard. Let me check. So I got some of this cardboard. Got a bunch of it back from work. So they aren't all well made. There are some slight difference in thickness. So I'm gonna try to find the best one. So the best suiting for this is something else. Yeah, they're more or less the same though. I'll try to find a thicker one for the base. Most of them are the same actually. Yeah, it's pretty quiet on my channel because I just didn't upload. This one's gonna do great, I think. I didn't upload anything lately. I had quite a lot of work, and also I started both playing again and hosting a game of my own. So it took some time. So I didn't have both the time to play, to DM, and to craft, and to edit videos, and to paint miniatures, because I've painted a bunch of miniatures lately. So yeah, there's that. Just couldn't have time to edit tutorials, and mostly I spend time painting miniatures. I've painted a whole bunch of miniatures though, like a whole lot of miniatures. I don't know, maybe I painted like 50 or 60 miniatures in the past month. So I did spend a lot of time painting. So we're gonna do this ship. The new one is gonna be a bit smaller than this one, because this one's kind of huge. So you can see here with a miniature. So this one is, let's take a Viking. It's gonna be way more on the theme. Where are my Vikings? There are some of my Vikings here. So I'm gonna take one looking like a chief or something. Where is this one? Okay, this one's pretty good. This one's nice too. I'll take this one. Okay, so there you go. So here we've got the scale. So this one's pretty big, and there's gonna. Ok, ça travaille. C'est moi, j'ai perdu tous mes viewers. J'espère que ça va pas planter tout le temps. So sorry, there's a problem with the internet back here at home. So I hope it won't crash again, but I can't promise anything like that. So 6, 8, 9, so 9 of width. So I'm gonna do something like 6 maybe. So 3 and 3 or 3.5 and 7 maybe. And that 7 is gonna be good, I think. For the width. Looks nice. Gonna have some space for the characters, but it's gonna be a bit smaller, obviously. So I'm gonna need this. So I'm gonna do just some basic, lines, just to get a good shape. Because the idea is gonna be to put these reinforcements in the middle. They're both gonna look like reinforcements on the ship. You can see here I've got a kind of a schematics of a ship. It's I don't remember which ship it is, but classical Viking ship. And you've got these wood beams here reinforcing the floor. So we're gonna do them, and they're gonna be also good to block the miniatures, to prevent them from sliding. And I'm gonna do slightly smaller ones. Here you can see they're slightly larger, and since the ship I'm gonna do now is gonna be a bit smaller, I'm basically gonna make sure that the length is gonna be like, instead of 3 centimeters, there's gonna be like 2.5, just to make sure the character is able to be blocked between them. So each 2.5 I'm gonna mark. There you go. Doing the floor is actually pretty fast, and doing the side is gonna be pretty fast too. What's gonna take a lot more time is doing the prow, the front of the ship, and I've got a nice idea for this, so I'm gonna try to do it. I'm also gonna do a tutorial about it. I'm finally having a little more time right now to be able to work and maybe edit something. So this is gonna be the middle of the ship. So it's gonna be the largest point of the ship. Right. Chat was gone. Where is the chat? There you go. Okay, I hope the chat works. So the idea. Now I forgot something when I started doing here the ship is I want to leave a little bit of cardboard in front to put up the prow at the front and at the back. So I'm gonna make sure to do this. Okay, so slightly there was going to be a curve. So this was 7 centimeters. We're going to do 6 here, a bit less maybe. A bit less. I'm going to do okay, instead of 3.5 we're going to do 3.2. What the hell am I doing? 3.2. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now I could be using this directly, but it's a bit too small, because I could be using the drawing directly, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do this by hand, because I want the exact size I want. So here we're going to do 3, I think. Okay, should skip a little bit because I'm actually doing a bit of crap stuff. So this is going to be 3. I think I'm going to end up eyeballing it. You know, so 2.3. Probably gonna end up eyeballing it. It's alright. What we need is mostly the right size. Okay, so mostly I'm good. There's a bit of yeah, it's gonna be fine. So this is what, like 3 and 3, 3 and 3. So this ain't the most fascinating part of the craft, obviously, but it's necessary. So I'm gonna keep these. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tight. It's gonna be a bit tight of a squeeze. But yeah, the ship is gonna be smaller, bit smaller, not that lot, but. And I've got many ideas for the actual ship, some removable parts, because this type of ship isn't very. I've seen many posts on the Tabletop Crafting Guild. Many of us crafters have tackled the Viking ship, so it's not original way of doing it. It's one of the best because obviously it's flat, so it can sit on the game table. And there are already many other good crafts I've seen with the Viking ship, but this one will have a few singularities that I hope you'll find interesting when you see the tutorial, because if the base is going to be pretty standard, using coffee stirrers and this kind of cardboard for the side, it's going to be pretty standard, but we're actually going to build it. It's going to be not going to be sculpted in foam or anything. There are some parts that are going to be removable, and that I hope will be interesting to see. And we're back. I'm afraid the connection is gonna jump like this. Not really sure why, but our internet connection kinda, jumps from time to time. Apparently, it's not convenient for streaming. So we've got the base of the ship here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. And I'm gonna make sure that I leave a little space. Just make sure I've got it large enough and pretty symmetrical, because here it's not 100% symmetrical, but I'm mostly good. So I'm about to miss something important. I'm gonna leave here in the front 2 rectangles that are gonna be used as base to put the front and the back of the ship. There you go. And I'm gonna cut this bad boy. I'm gonna try to do something, pretty. Okay. Just type in something in the chat, Stefan, just to show me first that it works and that everything's good, because I don't know if the chat works. Because I got the chat we had, but since the stream ended 2 times, I'm not even sure it works. So there you go. That was pretty easy for now. Now we're gonna do. I'm gonna use some coffee stirrers. Thanks, Miniature Misfit. Works fine. Okay, thanks. So where are my coffee stirrers? Wait a second. I'm gonna find them. Where the fuck are they? No, goddamn idea. Oh yeah, be like there. Sure, they're not okay. So that's a bit stupid. Let's see. Where did I put them? Where did I put these coffee stirrers? Damn. That's pretty. Yeah, happy Saturday to you too. I'm about to find my coffee stirrers that are absolutely vital. Okay, I found them. These, by the way, if you guys don't use these, I really recommend them. You can buy a bunch of them, online. I bought them on Amazon, I think, for pretty cheap, and you got a whole bunch of them. I love them because they're just the right scale if you're doing 28mm terrain and pieces. So I'm gonna try to find those that have interesting texture, as you can see here, because some of them are very smooth, and I want to find some of them who have a little bit of grain, like wood grain, so I won't have to to draw wood grain myself on the pieces. So yeah, this one's good. I've already selected like the good ones last time, so there's definitely going to be less of them. This one's good too. I can take standard ones also. I mean, there's going to be paint above it, so there's going to be good texturing as well. But if I can find good textures already, it's better, Okay, so let's take more of them. So, coffee stirrers are awesome and really cheap too. Yeah, they're definitely cheap. I don't remember how much the whole package of like 1,000 of them cost, but it basically lasts for ages, even if you use a lot of them, and it's pretty cheap. You're right. I mean, ice cream popsicles are good for very thick wood planking, but the scale is a bit off for most plank. This is good, see, for the size, because I have some, where is it, don't remember, yeah, here. So you can do very thick planks if you want with this, but it's a bit huge, in comparison. So I like the stirrers. Plus, yeah, they are smaller and thinner, so they're actually easier to cut. So yeah. Oh, this one's pretty nice. Also, it's smaller, so that's good. They're not always, the same size. These coffee stirrers. Obviously, it's cheap stuff, made for throwing away. So they're actually kind of different, and which is pretty interesting for some crafts. So I'm looking for ones with nice texture. This one's okay, it's alright. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find more. But I've already looked at last time, so there's definitely gonna be less of them. That's for sure. I already took the most interesting of them. Yeah, this one's good. This one's pretty good. This one's bad. This one's got interesting. Yeah. Okay. These ones are alright, I guess. Then we're gonna cut them. It's actually pretty fast. Gonna glue them, and while the glue is setting on the main piece, we're gonna do the sides without losing any time. And yeah, it's gonna be good. So this is gonna be enough, I think. I'm gonna have enough stirrers for the craft I'm doing, I think. So yeah, we're gonna start with what we have here. Keep this just in case. Yeah. Coffee stirrer, they cost about £5 pounds. Cheaper ones come with a weather look though. Yeah, at least some of them. So let's go. So what I'm gonna do is use these kebab skewers to make the junctions in between. So the idea is I'm gonna put the first one there. It's maybe a bit big for the smaller boats. Not sure. though. I don't have small ones. What I do have is this, but I think it's too small. Let me check. Wait, I'm gonna check. Do I have one piece of? Okay, wait a second. You don't even have to use this. I think even regular scissors are gonna be alright to cut this. Yeah, see, it's so soft. So let me check. Yeah, this could do the trick, but I don't know. Is it gonna block it or? Yeah, that could work. I can either use these kebab skewers or some toothpicks to make the junctions. The kebab skewers, my concern is that the kebab skewers are slightly bigger, maybe a tad too big, because they could adjust very well on the bigger one, but then again it was bigger. So I'm just gonna try to look for the scale, because I can't obviously cut them in half. I mean, I could, but I tried. It's kind of difficult to split them lengthwise. So either I use it like that. Yeah, I could be fine. You know what? I'm gonna try like this. So I'm gonna cut the first one in the middle. There we go. I could cut it with an X-Acto or something else, but I'm gonna trim them later, so. Okay. There you go. So the first one I'm actually gonna glue with strong glue. There you go. Just to gain a little time. There you go. Just to save a little time. Okay, and from now on what we're going to do is cut these little guys at the right size, and the right size is going to be more or less, this isn't damn straight, god, I didn't do it, this ain't straight, shit, well, crap, hate to do this kind of stuff, you know. Plus it was more or less straight actually. But I'm gonna rectify this. I need something impeccable. Yeah, that's actually straighter. Noise. Okay. So what about now? Well, I'm gonna take my skewers. The most interesting side, I'll see later, and I'm actually gonna do marks each 2 centimeters, 0.3. It's 2.5 actually. I can put it back inside, so it's a bit under 2.5. So I'm first gonna cut the extremity each time to have a flat, something flat. There you go. So I'm going to take the most interesting ones at first. There you go. There you go. Come here. There you go. All these. And we're going to cut a whole bunch of them. So I'm starting to remove the tip. Just the tip of the coffee stirrer. This one's nice too. You can see some of them have nice texture. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see it. Some of them are plain flat. Like this one's actually not that flat, but some of them are plain flat. Some of them have a nice texture, obviously. It's not the same part of a wood. So we're gonna favor the ones that are texture, of course, if we can. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be clever and score each one of them at the same time, if I can. Some of them are a little bit twisted, but it's alright. There you go. So I'm gonna try to put them here. Looks like I'm wasting time, but I'm actually gaining some time here. So we said 2.5, more or less. So there you go. Last one. Shit. I'm gonna have to cut more of them actually. For now, I'm gonna do this. Shit. So we said 2.5 each time. Okay. So 2.5. See, I'm using the grid underneath. Doesn't have to be too exact, but mustn't be too far off either. Shit. So 2.5. There you go. And the last one's gonna be too small. But hey. Yeah, actually I could use them smooth too. I just want, you know, to give this wood effect. Yeah, definitely right. If you want something very realistic on this scale, actually it would be very smooth. You wouldn't see how you call that, the wood things, stuff. I'm at a loss for words. Sorry, you got me. You got what I mean. Sure you did. Okay. So let's see. So yeah, ain't that surprising, but it's a bit too long for the wood. I'm gonna cut them a little more. Yeah, I can be a bit more, but I want to make sure that the character has the space to be set here. See. So I'm gonna do slightly larger one. Yeah, that's good. We'll move, that's good. Because we want to be able to set them here. So that's gonna be fine. Plus, we're gonna be able to do this afterwards, I think. So yeah. So let me set them there. Nice, nice, nice. So obviously it takes a little time. What you could do to spend less time is to take the barbecue skewer, the coffee stirrer, and to set it directly like this, with some beams on top. That will work, and that would be extremely faster. But what I want to do is irregular kind of ground. See, creates a little more variety, a little more difference. They're not like perfectly on the same length, and this kind of makes sense because it's a lot harder to you know, actually most of these Viking ships didn't even have flat floor, and you were on the you know, walking on the bowels of the ship. But when there was I mean, these were just planks and not very long, because obviously doing very long planks is kind of expensive. I mean, you gotta find a tree that is long enough, you know, and usually use them in that case for the other parts of the ship, not for the just the how you call that, le plancher, well, the wood floor, you know. So I want to give this more an even look, so it takes a little more time though, but I think it'll look a little better, a little more natural, a little more you know, special, but it's gonna take a little time. So what I can do is do 1 or 2 rows, then I'll stop and start doing the sides, so you can see how you can do them, and then end up on my own time doing the floor. So basically it's gonna look like this, and then I'm gonna complete with that. Each time I'm gonna glue 1 row, then use the file, the nail file here, just to make sure that, where the fuck is it? There. Then I'm gonna use the nail file just to trim, make sure it's pretty flat, and then glue on top another of these barbecue kebab skewers, and then go on up to there. But maybe I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 rows and show you, since it's a live stream, how to do the sides. It's gonna be more interesting, I think. Yeah, staggered, that's the word. So yeah, I'm just gonna end up at least 1 row. I'm gonna try to use the best sides with texture and stuff. Yeah, this is good. This is good both ways. Okay. This is pretty flat, but it's gonna be alright. This is pretty straight too. I'm gonna cut the next ones. Shit, that was stupid. There you go. So it's actually that soft. The wood is super soft, so you can really cut it easily just with a scissors. I mean, you can do you can use cutting pliers, but you don't really have to, which is pretty convenient. So I'm actually gonna preserve the ones with the best texture, put them here, because here there's gonna be a central piece that's gonna hide the wood. Actually, I shouldn't even have really to do it, but I'm gonna do the floor anyway, because I'm not exactly sure how the central piece is gonna look like and which part it's gonna hide. So I'm gonna cover everything. The way you think about crafting pieces that we take so long to paint 1 miniature, sometimes we should spend off. Yeah, definitely. Sorry about your spying. Nothing wrong with the spying. Don't forget your tea, it's getting cold. Yeah, it was actually really hot, so it's still kind of warm. Thanks. It's kind of warm. It was pretty hot. Okay. So I'm gonna just do 1 row, and then we'll get to the sides. Because for now I'm basically doing what I already did before. But yeah, if you want to save time, I don't know, you have to do a bunch of them, or really in a short while. Just don't lose time and use the barbecue skewer like that just as is, and glue them, and then on top glue maybe half of a barbecue skewer, or if you got something else, maybe, you know, just another part of barbecue skewers but shortened, and to make the just setting on top. I just want this for it's an aesthetic choice, you know, but it's not really isn't necessary. So you do just the way if you want to gain time. There's definitely a faster way to do it. But it's alright, you know, it's actually gonna be a pretty fast craft nonetheless, so I don't really care if I spend a little time doing the floor for additional render quality stuff. Okay, so this is gonna go here, this is gonna be in the center since there's no texture. Let's find another one with a nice texture. Where is it? No, they're hidden or what? Okay, whatever. It's gonna be just fine, I guess. Yeah, okay. I gotta place them first, because thing is, if I gotta shorten them, I have to do it first before I glue everything. So this is gonna be pretty. Oh no, actually, you know what? I can cut them later. So I'm definitely gonna glue them. I'm gonna glue them first. Let's do this. So I'm gonna use wood glue, I guess. Hey George. So let's use some wood glue. This is very old wood glue. It's kind of sticky, but still works fine, I guess. So, oh, actually, it's kind of warm these days, so actually, it's way more liquid now. Nice, perfect. I shouldn't actually work on the paper, though. Okay, of course. There it goes everywhere. I should really use a. Okay, so 1, 2. So, still it's pretty fast, you know. If you cut a whole bunch of them first, you know, it's not that time consuming. It's alright. But it definitely takes a little more time than just scoring on film. Hopefully the result is going to be worthwhile. I'm gonna avoid getting too much wood glue on the surface. It will settle down and get thinner, but I don't want something too thick. Okay, gotta go fast. You know, gotta go fast. Otherwise, so I can leave just a little space sometimes. See, I'm gonna cut this because it's actually standing out way too much. This one had to be cut more. It's alright. It's alright. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So, I'm gonna remove something here. Okay, it works fine just with the X-Acto. No, you know what? I'm not gonna take the X-Acto. I'm gonna take the bigger one. This. Hey, there was just one that was a little bit too short.
So there you go.
It's alright, I'm scoring the cardboard a little bit, but it should be fine. Just trying to remove this. There you go. Way better. Okay. This one's a bit too sharp though. Okay. Doing a mess. That's alright. There you go. Oh. Trimming just a little bit. Some of them are a bit too long. So this is gonna be fitting just fine. That's great. Yeah, really should wait the glue to set actually. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna wait. Then I'll do a little more trimming, and then I'll, from now on. For now, I'm actually gonna do the sides. Let's see. It's gonna be more interesting, and I'll give a little more time for it to set. So. There you go. Wow, that's talking in the chat. So, you're from Poland? Poland, like Poland, right? You're Polish. Nice, welcome here. I don't remember if I've already seen you. George. Reminds me of something, but I haven't been on the channel for a very long time, so then again I might be wrong. In any case, if you're new on the channel, welcome. Doing a Viking ship like this one. That was the first try. It's not finished, and now we're gonna do the sides. So first I tried doing them with wood. It actually worked pretty fine, but I'm gonna use an easier technique. So we're gonna use this, and I'm just gonna see if it's long enough. And it is. That's actually pretty cool. So we're gonna see how much length we need. And let's say we need from here to, so let's see, where's my pencil? There it is. So we're gonna need from here to here. Okay, so this is the length we need, and what I'm gonna do is use this. So what we're gonna do is, it's gonna be, let me think. Yeah, so the height we're gonna do is gonna be twice the height we want in the end. So I want this ship to rise, so I'm gonna do this eyeballing it visually, I want the ship to rise up to there, let's say, right? And the same at the back. So here we have, let's say 5 centimeters. So there you're gonna have 5 centimeters as well. So this is gonna be the height, maximum height. In the middle, we're gonna have, it's gonna be a lot lower. It's gonna be like 2 centimeters. It's gonna be way enough so that the character standing actually stands out. Works great, I think. 2 centimeters looks good. And what we're gonna do now is gradually at the mill. So here we have 5, here we have 2. At the mill we're gonna have 3 or 3.5. I'd say 3 because it's actually gonna be way higher by the end. So it's here. No, that's actually a lot, way too much. So it's gonna be 2.5, something like that, because it's gonna rise very strongly at the end. That's not bad, but it's still too high for me. I'm gonna go even lower than 2 centimeters, I think. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go slightly lower. Not that much, a bit lower. Okay. So here it's gonna be 2.2, let's say. It's gonna stay quite low until it rises pretty strong. And I'm maybe even gonna go higher. No, actually that would be way enough, because then here there's gonna be this, you know. So this is gonna be the height in reality, you know. But we're gonna twice the size of the height of this, just to be able to have the different panels to set them on top of each other, and give this nice effect here like that, you know. Scaling effects. So I was here, we're at 2.5. Halfway through I was at 2 and 2.2. So let's say 2.2. There you go. Okay. And here we were up to 5, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna do twice the height. So here we have 5, so I'm gonna go 10. So 5 plus 5, there you go. Wait. Let me think for a sec. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, so it's basically always going to be twice the heights. That's alright. So it's 1.7 plus 1.7. So there we're going to go. So here we're going to go 5 here up to there, and 5 here up to there. Sorry, I'm thinking, I just want to make sure I don't do any mistake. So that's, there it goes. Okay, and here we had halfway through 2.3, so 2.3. There you go, so this is gonna be it. Should have started with the right size at the start. Okay. You could lay your mini on the cart, see where the edge come up to. Yeah, that's what I did at the beginning. See, I want the miniature to stand out. You see the bottom shit. How you call this? Entrée. Strike. You know, pencil strike. The bottom one is gonna be the height of the ship. So at the mill we're gonna be see them standing out, but at the front they won't. But there's gonna be in the front a space where the character can stand. So in any case, I'm more or less experimenting, you know. I'm not exactly sure how it'll turn out. So 2.3, there you go. It's experimentation, man. Okay, so this is mainly the shape it's gonna have, but it's twice as high as it's gonna be at the end, so no worries. No. C'est chiant.
Ouais, c'est relou.
Vraiment chiant.
Sinon, faut peut-être la redémarrer complètement.
Non, enfin, j'en sais rien, peut-être. Hein. Tu peux, hein, si tu veux. Là, je suis pas encore en ligne, donc.
Ça va rallonger encore le temps.
Bah, je sais.
C'est pour ça que je te pose la question avant.
Do you hear me, Miniature Misfit? Ain't nothing to do with Am I back? Do you have some sound or? You do. Do you see the stream also? It's got nothing to do with lower quality or higher quality. It's actually the internet at home. The box we have kind of fucks up. So. Oh, as well. Okay, because I don't have feedback. So good if you can see it. I don't have any feedback. Okay, now it's coming back. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with the quality of the resolution. It's more the actual box of the internet, that is, or the internet connection maybe. But it just comes on and off. It's got nothing to do with the size of the quality of the feed. So there you go. I've used this as a template to do a second one. So obviously, you know, saving up time. So that's cool. Yeah, it's kind of pain in the ass. It doesn't do that all the time, but when it does it, some days I really don't know why. It works and then it comes off every so often. Like sometimes even in half an hour it comes off and then back on. It's not really an issue, you know, when you're just using the internet for research or work or just, you know, basic stuff, but because it comes fast, it comes back pretty fast actually. It comes back within 2 minutes or something like that. But it's definitely a pain in the ass when you're trying to stream. You know? So there you go. Bam bam. I got my two sides. And of course they are way too big for now. But as you may have understood, if I was clear enough, we're gonna use, you know, shorten the length, because it's actually gonna use to be the set one on top of the others when we do the different separations. So it's gonna be twice as, it's gonna be a lot smaller, definitely. So that's what I'm gonna do. But first I'm gonna glue, because it's gonna be right now. I think I'm gonna glue the missing part here. So as you can see, I wasn't very regular with But you know, you can always use some paste later on to fill in the gaps, because you can see there's going to be a small gap here. It's going to be alright. I'll use some epoxy or something some epoxy, some paste to cover it up. Won't be an issue. Won't really be an issue. Should be fine. Of course, it could have been way better if I had actually got them at the right size first, but hey, nobody's perfect. You know what? I'm gonna shorten them because it kind of pisses me off. So that's what I'm gonna do. Nice straight cutting color. Boing, 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 boing. Works fine to me. Looks good enough. Looks good enough to me. It's actually a mess, but there's gonna be some paint on top of that. Most of the mess I did on the cardboard is gonna be covered. That's gonna be a way better. Way better. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be way better. Okay. Yeah. That's better. Oh, I can go even shorter actually. That should be good. That's gonna be it, because if I go shorter, it's gonna look like shit. Think. Oh. Where's the melt ruler? There it is. I'll try to be a bit more precise when I do the next rows, because I'm definitely losing some time here. Hey, still experimenting, I guess. Even if the first row of the other boat actually went a lot faster, even if it's a bigger boat. Okay, that's way better. So I'm actually gonna use strong glue for the side, because I don't wanna lose any time. So I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna use this. It's way better. Creates a better bond. Actually, does it go in all recesses? Oops. That's not where I wanted glue to come. There's way too much water in the glue. Okay. Yeah. Wait, it's not the same size, is it? Yeah, it is. It's alright, I'm gonna trim it afterwards. There you go. There you go. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Back at the other part. So, what did you guys saying? Yeah, maybe that's the issue. I don't think the heat's got something to do with it, because it was an issue also a few months ago, I think. But in any case, if it drops too much, I'll end the stream. It's alright. I'll continue crafting, but it was just to drop by, say hi, and show what I was working on. Show you guys that I'm still working on stuff. Now that I have time, I mean a little more time. So, yeah. See you after dinner. I can't promise I'll still be here. Depends how much you spend eating. But in any case, thanks for dropping by. And keep on crafting. Keep on crafting. So here, what we want to do is to have these standouts on each other. Alright, a second. I'm a bit stupid, am I? Yeah, I'm a bit stupid. I messed up something. I messed up something. Shit. Shit. Let me think. Nah, should be fine. No, it won't. No, it won't. That was fucking stupid. Wait. Shit. I don't know if you guys understood what's the problem here, but I got an issue. Could have seen this coming. I'm not very good at math. Because my idea Yeah. So you understood that the height, the front is gonna be this, you know, in the front of the ship, and at the middle I want the height to stop there. You know, that's like this. My idea was to do twice the heights, so it works in the middle, of course, so that I can cut the different planks to glue them together on top of each other to have this kind of a scaly side of boats that Viking ship have. The problem is, if I do this, it'll work there, but here, the curvature makes it way too big, and the curve here is like enhanced. Because if I use the side of the ship as reference on the upper half, then this is way bigger than 5 centimeters high, so it's gonna make way too big of a ship. That's bad. So you know what? Shit. Let me think. Okay. Okay. Let me think. All right. I'm gonna try to make something. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh shit! This is gonna be complicated. It's not. It's not unsure, but shouldn't be too hard to do in a tutorial. But it's gonna be hard to explain. I'm not sure it's gonna be hard to do, but to explain, man, I'm not sure it's gonna be very easy. So I'm kind of freehanding, which isn't the best thing, but hey. Let me think. So if I do this, I need to visualize. So let's see. So this is gonna be there, then there. No, okay. Unfortunately, I have to start with the lower one if I want everything to be set. Or I can just cheat. What am I doing? It's actually... Yeah, right, so there's gonna be like 3 of them there going up. So, okay, I'm just... So it needs to be really higher there. There's no issue with that. There's actually no issue with that. But I'm a bit baffled. Nah, it's too big. But it's alright. You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's try this. I hate it to be stuck. And I'm not gonna stay stuck. Let's do this. Okay. So that has to be the total height. See, that's gonna look like great. Okay, that's gonna be just awesome. But I want to do this separately. Now, why do I want to do this separately? Because I want it to look good, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So what am I gonna do? Shit. That's why these guys are making it out of foam, because it's actually a way better, way easier to do. But I mean, we can do it, right? We're crafters. How am I gonna solve this shit? Well, okay. So, see if I take this. Here you can see the issue I have now. See, it's kind of bad. It's a bad issue, but this doesn't seem so wrong. You see? I don't know. I don't know. You guys still there? Still there? You know what? Fuck this. I know what to do. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. It's just not as easy as I wanted it to be. That's all. Always stay positive about stuff. So where's shit? Where do I get it? Okay. I'm really not that good at math and geometry. But hey, it'll work. As soon as I can get an eraser somewhere. I've got so many stuff and I can't find a goddamn eraser. There's some eraser here. No. Yeah, I'm an art teacher and I can't find an eraser. That seems about right. So. I'm just gonna eyeball it because, you know, and I'm gonna do it on the other one before it's like too late. There you go. You guys still there? Okay, so, you know what? Let's do this. try this. Okay. All right. Okay. I know what I had to do. It's all right. It's easy once you get it. I didn't get it at first, but it's not that complicated. Now I get it. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Alright. The thing I have to do is this. I have to do only one. And that's all. I have to do one very well, and that's all. It's easy if you think of it. Actually. Okay. Hey guys, this is not a tutorial, right? This is actually me experimenting for a tutorial. So, obviously there's going to be a bit of thinking, but that looks good. Funny thing is, with a even lower part on the side, it's actually even better, but like the miniatures are going to be more accessible. But then again, it's very low though. It's too low. Doesn't look realistic. So. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I have to do. Just a standard, like all of them have to be like that. That's all. That is all. You know? Because that's all. Okay. Sorry guys, I was just thinking out loud, but I'm gonna try to go fast. Let's see. Okay. I get it, right? No worries. I know just what to do. Tout va bien, Puce? Charlotte? I'll be back in a sec. sent vachement bon. Is everybody out there still? Or not? Yeah. So yep. So this I just got. Right. And there you go. This is gonna be a lot faster now that I know what I have to do actually. You're gonna see this. Be prepared to be amazed. Look, once I have my, it's a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't understand that easier. Once I have my, how do you call that? My template. I use it like this. I just strike. There you go. I go down. And I strike again. And I go down. And then strike again. And there again. Etc. etc. I'm gonna do a bit more than I need just in case. Shit, that's a bit too thick. That should be way enough. And I'm gonna keep going anyway. Gonna see after why. Okay. And now I'm gonna cut all of these. That's fucking dangerous. I'm not precise at all. Shit. I'm not precise. I have to do something thicker. I'm not very organized. I'm not very organized right now. Find a way, let me get proper eraser. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna take something else that is flat, and then it's actually gonna be able to plug this. You Okay, let's see. Okay. Sometimes I need to be a bit more regular, a bit more tidy in my work. If you're always too untidy by the end, well, you get untidy results. And this just ain't an option. So I'm gonna do it properly. Okay. So now let's cut this properly, like straight. I'm gonna use the big one. That is actually more precise. And that's just to obtain some kind of you know, stair effect. Way better. Shit. Sorry, I'm very silent, but I'm kinda focused on what I do. This is gonna look good though. It's gonna look good at the end.
Ain't that complicated actually, but I'm actually not that patient, and I really should. In fact, I really should.
Okay, so we're gonna start by doing this. There we go. So, got myself a whole bunch of stripes there. They are missing some of them, but I've already got some of them. And I'm gonna glue them. And I'm gonna do things right. Thinking about the type of glue that I'm using. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So, since the glue is finally more liquid, guess I can use this. So it's gonna be way easier to use. Okay. I need some baking parchment paper. That's what I need. I'm gonna get some baking parchment paper. The chat works. Yeah, let's get some baking paper. That will avoid me making a mess everywhere with the glue. Je ne sais pas où il est. There you go. Yeah, no problem. No issue. I was just checking that the stream, the chat worked, that's all. So no, what I'm gonna do is that. There we go. It's gonna be way easier. Okay, that's too big of a stick. Okay. Yeah, boy. This glue is very liquid. Shouldn't be that liquid. That's because of the heat. first row. But this will create subtle volume and will really look like a Viking ship. You know, this kind of staggered wood planking is characteristic of Viking longships. So you kind of need it. So it's gonna take a little while, but hopefully it'll look like a Viking ship. Pretty sure I can do a cleaner job though, but hey. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, is it? You know, there's learning curve. Every time I find a new way to build something, if you've seen the tutorials on my channel, most of the time these were just experiments. Sometimes they were the second times I did the piece, sometimes it was even the first. I'm just figuring out along the way and showing you guys the best technique I've found to do something. But it's pretty much experimenting. I like this part also, the experimenting part, because you're trying to find a way to execute stuff, and you know you're having trouble and it doesn't work out, so it kind of pisses you off, but at the same time it forces you to find new ways and get clever, you know. And this is pretty cool. Salut Antoine. Alors si tu penses que c'est le bordel, moi je trouve ça très vexant parce qu'en fait j'ai rangé pendant à peu près une demi-heure ce matin avant de le mettre à tourner. Voilà, je pose ça là, hein, je dis ça comme ça. Hein. Voilà. Je suis très vexé. Non, en vrai, c'était vraiment très bordélique. J'avais même plus la place de poser des figurines. Je pense que je pouvais poser 2 figurines et puis c'était tout. Donc non, figure-toi que non, c'est rangé. If you glue all of them flat, it will be hard to bend them to fit the boat shape. Nope, I don't think so. Because it's actually cardboard, very thin cardboard. So, should be fine, as you can see. Should be fine. But it was definitely hard when I used the wood. Not hard, but I'll show it in the tutorial. But it's definitely more difficult when you have coffee stirrers to shape them in the form of the boats. I actually did it because I put on some glue mixed in, wood glue mixed in with water when I did the first tryouts that were made out in actual wood. And then but it's here you see I had a little trouble just to, because I had trouble finding out how to do with the cardboard, the shape, but it's actually a lot faster here with the cardboard than it was with now that I know how to do it, than it was with the wood. So I'm definitely going with this technique. Definitely going with this technique. And ouais, si c'est un atelier, il y a des chances qu'il soit vraiment très bordélique. Mais là, tout ce que tu vois en fait sur la table était dans un désordre similaire, aussi chargé on va dire, ou plus même que ce que tu peux voir à l'arrière là, à ce niveau-là, tu vois. Mais jusqu'au bout, hein. Donc je pouvais poser 2 miniatures, mais c'est tout. Je pouvais rien poser d'autre, on voyait rien quoi. Donc j'ai fait un gros ménage parce que déjà c'est extrêmement gênant parce que quand t'as ton plan de travail qui est dans cet état-là, bon bah clairement ça t'encourage pas à travailler quoi. Et puis là c'était juste hors de question de filmer quoi que ce soit ou de crafter quoi que ce soit sur un espace aussi moisi. Voilà. Donc voilà. J'ai pas été très attentif à un endroit, j'ai collé une surface vachement grande là. J'aime pas quand je suis pas attentif, putain. Bon allez, ça fera l'affaire. Mais bon, c'est pas top. I'm sorry for you English speaking guys. One of the guys on the stream is actually Canadian if I remember correctly. So we spoke a little bit of French. So I'm French myself, as some of you guys might know. Okay, but promise we won't be speaking French any longer, since some of you guys do not speak French. There you go. So this is actually pretty good, right? Right? And from now on, what I'm gonna do is glue parts on top of that. Did I have another one that wasn't used? Yes, this one. This is the basic one, I think. Yes, it is. See? Now what I must do is cut some. Whoa, that really isn't flat at all. Jeez Louise. I did a mess. Should have been way more. Yeah, right. It's gonna be good. So with wood, it would be possible if we went directly to the ship of the boat, like it'd be done in actual boat carpentry. Like it would be done. Yes, but it's too small of a. It's too small of a initial scale. So I did this, with that, and it worked pretty well to bend it. But for the big one, it works pretty well. But the wood is a bit too stiff, even if you put water, to glue them one by one. So what I did is I glued them one on top of the other, and then I used water and wood glue and weights to get them to get the bend. And it works, it works pretty well to get the bend. The only thing is that it's still very time consuming, and it's going to be hard for many crafters to do it. And there's an easier way with cardboard. I messed it up a little bit because I wasn't sure when I did the templates. I tried to gain time, but what I did was a bit stupid. But now that I'm alright, it's actually pretty easy. And But yeah, it could be done with wood. But I think it's way easier with wood if you're going on a larger scale. Like for example, you know, a model, but a bigger one. You know, bigger scale models. Then you can definitely use wood. But for such a small model, if you want to do separate planking, I think it's gonna be easier if you use cardboard. Honestly. But that's only my my opinion. Of course, you can try it differently. I tell you, I tried it with at least with these and you can get interesting shapes. So it actually works well, but it takes time though. It works well. I mean, it's very nice. But I think this is gonna be easier to do. Probably it's gonna look a little bit less well good, but it should be fine nonetheless. So yeah. Yeah. So did I cut other ones? Or did I not? Did I cut other ones? Or didn't I cut other ones? I didn't. Shame. Shame on me. Shame. I need to cut a few more of them. I guess. Not much though. Just a few of them. How much exactly? I don't know. But not much, because this is already too long here in the front. It's not really regular though, but I'm gonna use a nail file. Anyway, this is more or less experimenting, so maybe I might end up doing it another time, a better version. So see, I'm more than halfway through here. I did too much. I'm gonna cut one of them, but I already need to put a lot of them there, so I have to get like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 of them. So there you go. Yeah, at least 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say 6, but just on the sides though. So 6, but shorter ones. So I got 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna bother doing it all the way around. 3, so 3, 4, 5. Ah, shit. There's another one I can use that I've already cut, if I'm correct. There it is. I can use this one. Hey Bruce. Hey Bruce. Glad to have you. So I'm not gonna even bother going very far. I'm just gonna go boop. Because actually this I'm gonna cut it like I'm gonna eyeball it because I'm the man. Hope I'm not doing a mistake though. That looks good. Looks about right. Yeah. Looks about right. Shouldn't really eyeball it though, you know, because I'm gonna do the other side. It's gonna be definitely a bit harder if I eyeball it, but looks good anyway. So what's the height of this? It's 2 centimeters, so it's actually bigger than I thought I'd make. Well, hey there. Doesn't look half bad, but I'm still gonna cut it a bit more.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's the nice thing about cardboard. It actually cuts really well.
There you go. So, let's get it on with it. Let's do this. We can do this. We can do this. Na, 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 do this. So, I'm just gonna cut it like that. Hi, Rafael. How do you say Rafael in English with a like an American accent? It's Rafael. Raphael. Maybe you're not American. Simon, Raphael, Simon. Raphael Simon. Oops. Whoop. Let's go with smaller ones. It's gonna be easier. I'm gonna cut them with a pair of scissors. It's gonna be way faster. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. And it's actually gonna be faster. But yeah, I'm experimenting, so the other side is definitely gonna be way faster to do. There you go, there you go. There you go. Is this cut? No, it ain't. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't want to mess this up. When we're gonna finish this, we're gonna do the texturing, because we're still gonna texture a little bit though. With ouais. Bah ah oui, parce que c'est plus chaud là. C'est bon, on peut le manger là du coup.
Ah merde, t'avais entamé ça, t'aurais dû me le dire.
J'ai entamé quoi?
Bah les courgettes, c'est quand vous les entamez?
Les courgettes, j'ai pas touché.
Si, courgettes,
Ah si, merde. Bah si, je te l'avais dit, c'est l'autre jour qu'on avait vraiment plus rien à manger avec les pâtes.
Donc quel jour?
Euh,
Peut-être ou pas?
non, c'était dans le courant de la semaine.
Mais si c'était il y a 3 jours, c'est mort.
Non mais c'était au frais, non? C'est au frais, c'est dans le frigo.
Ça change rien, ça doit se manger dans les 3 jours.
Non mais au pire, je le...
C'est pas dans les 48 heures, bon bah c'est bon.
Tu parles du pot en verre?
Oui.
Ah bon? Dans les 48 heures, une fois ouvert?
Oui.
Ok. Eh bien, j'ai fait une connerie. Ça m'arrive souvent. Hein? Non mais ça va, c'est pas... Est-ce vraiment dramatique? Est-ce que c'est vraiment grave?
Non, mais j'aime pas acheter des tabous, c'est tout.
Ça n'arrive pas souvent. Mon Dieu.
Passion, c'est des trucs à la poubelle.
Ouais. Je suis toujours en live, hein.
Écoute, de toute façon, on parle français.
Moi. Il y a des Canadiens sur le chat. Alors, so I'm almost done with one side. It's actually way easier right now. So I'm gonna stop the stream just for a while because we're gonna eat back here. And then I may be back with a vengeance afterwards. Ouais, désolé Antoine. J'ai fait des bêtises. J'ai mangé que la moitié d'un pot de sauce à la courgette. Du coup, je me fais taper sur les doigts. C'est ma faute. J'aurais dû manger mes pâtes nature. Je pense. Donc bon. C'est pas grave. Je pensais pas honnêtement que le pot périmait en 24 heures une fois entamé. Ça me paraît bizarre, mais bon. Pourquoi pas. Yeah, might get back. Can you pause the stream or something? I'm just gonna cut the camera, but the stream's gonna stay on. So I can get back. I'm finishing this. Okay, so let me check something. If I do this, and I do that, and then I score. Okay, that was stupid. Should have waited. Should probably have waited just a little longer. Yeah, okay, one was missing. One still is missing. One or two actually. Ah, shit. That's alright. See, there's just one missing, but I got the hedge. I mostly have the hedge of the ship there. So it looks pretty nice. So there's just an edge missing. But there you go. See? It's pretty good. Might end up modifying a little bit the front to bevel it and cut it in a bit diagonally, see, but looks pretty good. So I'm gonna leave you guys just to eat a little bit, so I'll be back in half an hour to an hour, depends. So see you later, guys.